Hey guys, it's ID Vixen. At the start of the video, in my introduction, I forgot to mention there will be spoilers throughout the review. So this is just my warning for that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's ID Vixen and you're watching Vixen Reviews. So today I am reviewing the next episode in Season 3 of Stranger Things, Chapter 2, The Mall Rats. Another great episode, of course, because there is never a really bad episode of Stranger Things. Everything about it is just, it's amazing. I love Stranger Things. Literally, it's fantastic. And I have waited so long to watch it, and I have been binging it right now. Oh, it's seriously the best thing ever. So a lot happened in this episode, as always. There's really, I suppose, about 8 or 9 major points that happened. So the first major thing is Mike is lying to Elle because he is scared of Hopper. In the last episode, Hopper had a conversation, was screaming at Mike, and he was just you'd spend less time together, things like that. And Mike is actually terrified of Hopper. So he decides to listen to him, but Elle can tell he's lying. So she decides to go to Max to get some advice because Max is obviously dating Lucas and would know more about this kind of thing than her. Mike is her first boyfriend. So Max decides to take Elle shopping to the Starcourt Mall. And so the boys are so Mike calls over Lucas and Will and is trying to figure out what to do. But Will's starting to feel left out because obviously he doesn't have a girlfriend and all he wants to do is play some D&D, but the boys don't care. They're just interested in girls. They've gone completely girl crazy, which is the norm at that age, I suppose. I'm guessing they're 13, 14, maybe a bit older now. The other thing that happens is Dustin is hanging out with Steve at the Ahoy ice cream parlor and his co-worker Robin. And they're trying to translate the Russian transmission that Dustin had picked up in the previous episode. Billy, who was also in a car accident in the first episode, is starting to kind of have flashbacks and hallucinations in relation to the Mind Flayer. And he then kidnaps a fellow lifeguard called Heather. So the girls are at Starcourt and they're having a great time, and Elle's finding her real sense of fashion and Max is helping her. It's a real proper bonding moment for the girls, and it's really interesting to see how all these new relationships are forming, and the difference from season 1. Elle's more confident, she's more trusting, she's really finding herself as a person. But then the girls find the boys outside of Starmax, so Elle isn't happy because she knows Mike is just lying to her. So then Elle and Max dump Mike and Lucas. I don't know why Max dumped Lucas, but she just did for some reason. So then they went off laughing and the boys were like, what the hell? They've no idea what they're going to do. Earlier in the episode, Hopper had asked Joyce to go to dinner with him, telling her it was as friends, but really it was meant to be a date. But Joyce stands Hopper up because she's worried as to why these magnets are falling off the fridge, and she goes to Will's science teacher because he's the only one who can explain to her about electromagnetism and things like that. And the final thing that really happens, so Elle and Max are having a sleepover at Elle's house, and they're using Elle's powers to spy on people, including Mike and Lucas. And they're just they're not impressed. Well, Elle isn't impressed with what she sees. And then they decide to spy on Billy. And this leads to some really interesting things they see. And even Billy can actually see Elle, even though she's using her powers to spy on him, which means usually they can't see each other. But yeah, she sees that Heather's in trouble and she's freaking out. And Max is what is going on? There's a part of Max though you can see that she kind of doesn't want there's Billy to be doing something wrong. She just thinks it's normal and maybe they're getting physical or something, which is really interesting because you would think that Billy wouldn't really care for Max. Max wouldn't really care for Billy, because of how he treated her a lot in season 2, but there's still that seems to be that like sibling, I suppose I wouldn't say love, but they do care. Like, she does actually care about him. Whether Billy cares for Max is something to be debated, obviously. But yes, that was the main things that went on in the episode. And again, it was like really good build up. We actually get to see the Mind Flayer with a physical form, which is like really freaking cool and really freaking creepy. I mean, all the monsters they have in this show, they are insane. Oh my god. But yeah, no, this was a fantastic episode again, and I can't wait for them to get into like the middle of this season, because like that's when like the real action's gonna happen. This is more just the build up, the story's moving along at the correct pace, everything's working out. But yeah, oh my god, it was fantastic, guys. If you have not seen this, please watch it. It is amazing. Start Stranger Things if you haven't watched it yet. Go to season 1, rewatch it if you want. Just binge this show because it is amazing and you do not want it to be spoiled for you. Now, I didn't mention there were spoilers at the start of this. It completely left my mind, but I will for my next video, or I'll just do an extra recording. Actually, yeah. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to smash the thumbs up button as always, and of course, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel down below. Your support is always appreciated. This is ID Vixen signing off.